You're listening to a Roddenberry podcast.
Today is Wednesday, July 21st, 2021, and this is your daily Star Trek news from the Roddenberry Podcast Network. On today's show, find out about Star Trek-inspired recipes from fan blog The Captain's Table. Eaglemoss announces their Summer of Trek sweepstakes with a grand prize cabin on the 2022 Star Trek cruise. And I've got a little bit of this week's Star Trek history. I'm Alison Pitt, and today's show is supported by people like you through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/Daily Star Trek News. So today's special is plomeek soup, followed by fresh icoberry torte, paired with a lovely recticino. The tricky bit is that you'll have to make them yourself. Now, if you've ever wanted to eat like a Vulcan or drink like you're stationed on Deep Space Nine, no worries, because blogger, podcaster, and Star Trek fan J.D. Keeling is here to help. Trek Report recently caught up with Keeling, who's been creating recipes for and blogging about Trek-inspired cuisine since shortly after falling in love with Star Trek around the 50th anniversary of the original series. Before that, she says, they were just casual friends. Her recipes for alien dishes are all her own, though the flavors and methods are inspired by analogous Terran cultural traditions. Because Vulcan, for example, is a desert planet, she might borrow from Sephardic and Mizrahi Jewish cuisines to create Vulcan-style dishes. While there have been other Star Trek cookbooks published, Keeling tries to stay up to date with food trends, which the older cookbooks can't do. The research is ongoing as she populates a Google Doc with notes from watching Trek episodes and reading Trek books. Keeling is also a member of the Sci-Fi Sisters podcast team and a weaver of really, really excellent Trek-inspired Twitter threads. And because she really dove into Star Trek on Netflix, starting with the first pilot, The Cage, her captain is Christopher Pike. To find out more about J.D. Keeling and her blog, you can read the full interview over at trek.report. Keeling's blog can be found at thecaptainstablellogs.com, and she tweets from the handle at StarklyJD. Next up, our friends at Eaglemoss and Hero Collector are once again offering their Summer of Trek sweepstakes. There are more than 250 prizes on offer, including the grand prize, an ocean view cabin for two aboard Star Trek The Cruise 5, which is scheduled to set sail in February of 2022, and that includes a $500 gift card. Now, tickets for the cruise have long since sold out. The cruise was canceled in 2021 out of concern for passengers, staff, and performers during the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. With travel and safety restrictions now on the decline, hopefully, the Grand Prize Ocean View cabin is sure to be highly sought after by any fans still hoping to set sail next year. Now, after the Grand Prize, there are two first prizes up for grabs. Each first prize winner will receive an autographed 18-karat gold-plated USS Enterprise XL model starship from Eaglemoss. Normally retailing for $199, this officially licensed Constitution-class ship measures nearly 11 inches in length and comes with a display stand and a 16-page full-color magazine. 5 entrants will receive the second prize, a 1-year subscription to the Star Trek collection of their choice. And as runners-up, another 250 entrants will receive a $10 gift card towards their next purchase at the online Eaglemoss shop, where you'll find hundreds of exciting items from Star Trek and more. Entering the Summer of Trek sweepstakes is easy. Simply head over to dailystartreknews.com/Eaglemoss for the link and click through to enter your name and email address. Participants will be able to enter multiple times with each entry counted once in the drawing. Prize drawings will take place by August 30th, with winners being notified by email. Now, in just a moment, I'll be taking you back in time to find out what happened this week in Star Trek history, but first, a word from me. This show is supported by people like you through Patreon. Your financial support helps us cover recurring costs like hosting and distribution, and it also helps us invest in the future, finding better ways to bring you more of the Star Trek news you need to know wherever you are. To find out more, just head to patreon.com/Daily Star Trek News. You can contribute from just $1 a month, and with a 16% discount on an annual membership, you can support us for a whole year for around $10. That's patreon.com/Daily Star Trek News, and a big thanks to you for supporting this show. And now a look back into Star Trek history. It was today, July 21st, back in 1981, the design patent for the redesigned phaser for Star Trek The Motion Picture was issued. Now, a design patent in the United States is granted based on the unique appearance or concept of an item. They're typically sought-for items whose appearance is at least as important as the underlying craftsmanship itself. Now, this particular patent applied for in April 1979 and listing the designer as Richard M. Rubin was designated as a toy weapon. Rubin, as you may have deduced, was the property master on the film. Now, the control panel shown on the patent is a different configuration from any of the extant photos of the on-screen TMP phasers, though, indicating that it was probably an early design. The design also includes a belt clip for the fashion-forward Starfleet officer who liked to show off their accessory at the waist. You can see the screen-used phaser prop as well as a wealth of other photos of and articles about Star Trek props at racprops.com. And tune in again next Wednesday for more Star Trek history. Now, there's just one last thing before I go. Please don't forget we're giving away 3 copies of Star Trek Discovery Season 3 on Blu-ray, along with some official Discovery posters. To find out how to enter, just head to dailystartreknews.com/discovery. Entries close this coming Saturday, so don't wait. Once again, that's dailystartreknews.com/discovery, and good luck. Well, that's it for today's Daily Star Trek News from the Roddenberry Podcast Network. Don't forget to check out the other great shows on the network at podcasts.roddenberry.com. Daily Star Trek News is produced by me, Alison Pitt, and written by Chris Peterson, Jack Brown, and David Powell, with history by T. Rick Jones. We're supported by people like you through Patreon. Find out how you can add your support at patreon.com/Daily Star Trek News. I'm back tomorrow with more of the Star Trek news you need to know and the weekend's Star Trek events. I'm Alison Pitt. Live long and prosper.
This is a Roddenberry podcast. For more great podcasts, visit podcast.roddenberry.com.